the Democrats come out against these protests, calling them peaceful protests. They're riots. They're burning our streets down. And all that has to happen is for the state, the governor to call the president and ask for the National Guard. You don't want him to send in the National Guard without being asked. That's unconstitutional. That is the job of a fascist. And they want him to do it so he sets the precedent. They want him to do it so they can say he's a fascist and blame it on him. But what's happening in our streets? Last night, one of our reporters, a guy who I think honestly is crazy. But then again, so is Laura, what's her name? Logan. So is Laura Logan. Going in the middle of the riots in Egypt. That's craziness. But why does she do it? Because she's a journalist. She's a war reporter. And her network, CBS, had no problem sending her in with a detail to go into Egypt. They'll send reporters into war zones, but they won't send them into Wisconsin or Seattle to document what's really going on. Last night, there was a shooting, and I want to show there was a shooting in Wisconsin, and it is getting out of control. One of the rioters was shot in the head. Elijah Schaffer was there. He was recording. He was broadcasting live last night. Can you please play the video? You see a guy who has been chased with a long rifle. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's happening in the middle of the street, and Elijah is on the sidewalk. There's a few different reporters. I'm not sure if that video is from Elijah, but I know he was right there. He interviewed the supposed alleged shooter before the shooting happened. You have to follow at Elijah Schaffer. He has all the videos posted from last night. I mean, the guy's risking his life to get this out, along with a select few reporters. There's about 4 of them. Yeah, that are going and risking their lives to tell these stories that the media will not talk about. And is anybody paying attention? Is anyone paying attention? This is critical that you know what's going on in our streets. Now, I'm going to tell you what happened. Now, if you're seeing this, you're seeing another. This is Elijah, his camera. This is a guy who was trying to burn down and loot some store, and somebody who was trying to protect the store came out and just started shooting and shot that guy in the head. And all of a sudden, it got really real for everybody. You think? Now, if the media is covering this, I can guarantee you the media is saying this is a white supremacist. Now, why is it a white supremacist? I'll tell you why this is happening. I talked to somebody who I don't really know. I've talked to him maybe a couple of times on the phone. Seemed like a normal businessman. I'm not going to tell you where he's from or give you any identification. He's a normal businessman, and in his area, things are getting bad. And I said, hey, how are things? And he said, well, I live in a place where there's a lot of militias. And I said, God help us, I know.
And he said, you know, Glenn, never thought I would be involved with any of those people. He said, but I need a team. I'm a business owner. I'm a dad. I need a team. I need someone that will stand up for me. This is why they won't ask Donald Trump to send in the troops. Because people who are at risk, people who are having these monsters go down their street at night and scare the hell out of their children, no one is protecting them. So who will? Well, you'll get